Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the webinar. So we have Miss Carol Peck, and she is with Beyond Times Square, okay? So Miss Carol holds a lot of titles, but her newest title is our Business Development Manager here at Mommy and We Travel. So if you guys need anything, listen, just reach out to Miss Carol. Miss Carol, how are you today?
I am doing fabulous. I'm so excited to be here with you, Tyra, and with your travel agent community that you have at Mommy and We Travels.
Listen, thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you so much for doing this webinar for us. The floor is all yours, Miss Carol. Take it away.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for inviting me here today. So good afternoon, everyone. As Tyra said, I am Carol Peck. My official title is Marketing and Product Development Coordinator, but I was just telling Tyra that this year I also became part of the business development plan. So I'm like our new brand ambassador. So yes, you can absolutely come to me. This is what I'm going to be here for. And I'm so excited to forge more relationships with our travel agent community, because our travel advisor community, I apologize for that, because travel advisors is such a huge part of who we service here at Beyond Times Square. And we try to make it as smooth a process as possible for you. So let me just tell you what's going to happen. I know I'm kind of limited on time, and I don't want to take a lot of your time, because I know how busy this time of year is for you guys. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my company. I'm going to explain how we can serve travel advisors such as yourselves at Mommy and We Travels. I'm going to explore some of our most popular luxury tours and our special events. And at the end, we're going to have a Q&A. I don't know, can you do a Q&A on this, Tyra? I'm not sure if we can or not. But if there's...
Yes, we can do a Q&A. I'll look over in the Travel Agent Only Facebook group and see if there's any questions.
Oh,
and
fabulous.
If there's any questions, I'll translate them over to this meeting.
Wonderful. And if anything comes up after the fact, you'll have all my contact information to get through to me. So without further ado, let's get started. We are Beyond Times Square. If you're not familiar with us, we've actually been around for 20 years, and we're a destination management company. We deliver, our specialty is delivering tailor-made luxury travel programs with authentic local experiences. And basically, we have this great connection of local experts and tour guides and suppliers, of course, like our boots on the ground, that help us to create not just tours, but to create curated, extraordinary experiences. So we're all about the experiences, the memories, the feelings, not just cookie cutter tours. And basically what happens is you'll call our destination experts, will find out what your clients are interested in. They'll take those passions, those interests. They'll go to our specialty tour guides and vendors on the ground in the destinations, and we'll put together an authentic local experience for them. And since we have all these great contacts in the cities that we are representing, they're going to get supreme hospitality throughout the whole from start to finish. So totally will take care of your clients, so you don't have to worry about that. That's a little bit about us. One of the things that I've learned going out to trade shows, just started doing that, is that people only, like, we are known as a New York City expert in the travel industry, but a lot of people don't realize we do other destinations. So our other destinations, we have one other, what we call a major destination, and that would be Washington, D.C. So New York, Washington, D.C., they're the two big ones. But we also have other major cities. We have experiences in both Boston and Philadelphia. And then we have what we call our surrounding or our secluded destinations, which would be, like out of Boston, it would be probably like Salem or Cape Cod or Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket. And then out of New York City, we do day trips to Niagara Falls or to the Hudson Valley, which is especially great in the fall with all the leaves changing. And I never say the word right. It's either foliage, or so I just usually say leaves changing to make it so you don't make fun of me pronouncing it wrong, because my boss has already done that. And yep, true story. And Long Island, New York. So we expand, I mean, our two majors are New York City and Washington, D.C., but we do more than that. So if you get requests, please, you can reach out to us for those particular cities, those particular destinations. As far as partnerships, we're partners with some of the best in the business among consortia and DMOs. Virtuoso Signature. I see you guys are a part of Ensemble Travel Group, which we are also members of Ensemble. And then as far as our DMOs, we have NYC and Company, of course, which is, you know, the destination management organization for the Big Apple, and then Destination DC. That's our DMO in Washington, DC. And honestly, because of all these partners, because of all these connections that we have, we are just, it really uniquely positions us so that we can cater to your clients' needs. Because between our vendors and our guides and what our DMOs can offer us, it's just a win-win for all of us. So you may be wondering, okay, why should I go to Beyond Times Square to be my partner and to help my clients get the best possible experience? And there's so many reasons why, and I'm short on time, so I'm going to have to keep it quick. Top-notch guides. I already said that. The guides are expert, local, professional tour guides. They know their stuff. They're fabulous to work with. We're always getting feedback about, you know, little extra things they do that go above and beyond that our advisors, clients really appreciate. Vehicles. It's not just vehicles. We do all luxury vehicles. So all our transfers, luxury vehicles, no buses. We do obviously personalized itineraries, customized, curated. Our destination experts will plan it out based on everything that your clients are telling you that they want to do and see. All of our tours are private, and if they're not private, they can be made private. We also are doing hotel packages now, which is kind of new for us. And of course, our exclusive events, which are not new, but they're like our favorite part of our business, I think. We get really excited about them. We also have no booking minimums, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything is commissionable at 12%, with exceptions, because as we all know, every rule has an exception. Commissions are paid within 30 days with us. And one of the great things we also have for your clients, and this is for your peace of mind and theirs, is we have that 24/7 support line. So if there's any issues whatsoever, they can get to us 24/7, which is also very popular. So we take care of our travel advisors, and how we take care of our travel advisors is we try to make it as simple as possible for you guys. So basically what happens, client comes to you, wants to do New York City or Washington, DC, or one of the other destinations. You contact us, and you can do that through an email, through a phone number. We actually have a website contact form that you can use right on our website, and then even our travel consortiums, you'll find contact forms in Ensemble as well. Once you contact us, one of our destination experts will reach out. We will get we'll get you registered in our system via your IATA. Of course, if you've already registered, all your information is already in the system. Then our destination experts will go to work. They will get everything they can out of you about what your clients are looking for, and they will put together recommended experiences in the destination they're going to, based on what they want to see. Because, you know, obviously we have foodies that want to do food travel. We have art enthusiasts that want to do that. We have people that want to be active and do bike tours. So they find out what you're looking for, what your clients are looking for, and they put it all together. They'll come up with a beautiful proposal for you. They'll send it off, and you know, and they'll work with you. They'll work to optimize it to exactly what your client specifications are. Once your clients accept the proposal, pay for the trip, and then our operations team takes it over, and they will fulfill all the book services for you. So everything gets booked, gets scheduled. Your clients go, they travel, they have a fabulous time. They have that 24-hour support line while they're on the road. And then 30 days later, you receive your commission. So we really, from beginning to end, we're here for you every step of the way. And believe me when I say it, my team is, they're small but mighty. You know, I always say that, and they are the most passionate, dedicated team that I've ever worked with in my 25 years in the travel industry, which I don't know. I must have started really young for it to be that long. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, okay, let's get on with the tours. I am not going to go over, obviously, every single product we offer. We'd be here for hours. I just want to touch on some of the main things. So New York City, we kind of right now have them organized, classified into classic tours, innovative tours, holiday tours, and special events. So think of your classic tours, and this will go for each city that I do touch on. Classic tours are the tours you want your first timers to take. They're the experiences that are landmarks, the things that everybody wants to see in that city. So think Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. We have a private sightseeing tour for that. Think Brooklyn Bridge highlights tour. We actually do walking and bike tours over that. We have these great private helicopter tours over Manhattan. That is a fabulous way to get an overview of this city. And other things like we do pre-opening and after hours tours of the Museum of Modern Art. We have a VIP art and design experience, so you can see more of the more intimate galleries, not necessarily the art museums. Lots of fun classic tours that will really get them acclimated to the city, and will show them basically what they've probably come to New York to see. Everybody's got that idea what they want to see, Empire State Building. Now we have so many new observation decks. That's crazy. You could just make a vacation out of that now. Then we go into our innovative tours. Our innovative tours are my favorite because they're kind of off the beaten path type tours. And I'm just going to highlight two that I really love. Our NYC Pizza and Gelato Challenge, where you literally get to go taste from like 4 or 5 different pizzerias, 3 or 4 different gelateries, they call them. And not only are you tasting, but you're rating. So you get to play food critic along the way. So this is a really cool experience, like if you're on a girls trip or even for a family, so you're playing food critic and rating it as you go. And then you can argue your point if you would like, with your fellow diners. The other thing that is really cool that we do is a private dinner with a Broadway cast member, which is so popular. Basically, a Broadway cast member is going to come to a predetermined restaurant and sit with you and have dinner, and you can pick their mind and find out exactly what it's like to perform on Broadway, which this one's on my bucket list. Definitely want to do that next. Going into our holiday tours, I know holidays seemed like they were just open, but we have some great holiday tours. We have our, one of my favorites is our Crazy Christmas Lights of Brooklyn. And if you're not familiar, there's a place in Brooklyn called Diker Heights that has been featured on TLC and a couple other shows. That neighborhood just goes insanely crazy with their lights. Amazing thing to see. And last year, my other favorite is we started the Home Alone 2 Christmas in New York private tour, which basically takes you to all of the destinations that Kevin McAllister visited when he was doing his little Home Alone 2 escapades in that movie. So that became really popular this year as well.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a really, and I love it ends with a visit to one of the observation decks. I'm not sure if it's One World or The Edge. Forgive me, I don't remember, but for me, that's like the ultimate, because then you're looking over the city and you're seeing all the holiday lights. You're seeing it from a different vantage point, which I love.
Wow.
So special events. Okay, so this is it. This is the special event to end all special events. This is our, I believe, 4th year that we're holding this. It's our exclusive Thanksgiving parade viewing party. It's at Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse. I'm telling you right now, it sells out every year. And the price starts out at the lowest price it's going to be. And as we start selling, price starts going up. So you want to get your clients in if they're interested in making this a bucket list event, which it's truly, I mean, the Thanksgiving Day parade in New York is truly a bucket list event. You want to get them booked as soon as possible, because we sell out every year, and it's amazing. So let me try to set the picture for you. So Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse is 3 stories right on the parade route. It's actually, which is 6th Avenue. It's actually right across from Rockefeller Center, and it's like catty corner to Radio City Music Hall. So perfect positioning. Floor to ceiling windows. They have an upstairs dining area and they have a downstairs and an upstairs. The upstairs is all open balcony. So you have views of the parade from the downstairs and from the balcony overlooking. And because it is set back a little bit, you're not, I always tell everyone, you're not going to be able to see those marching bands. You're like right up, because you're going to have 4 rows deep of people at least. But when you're on the balcony, you can get a better view of them. But no matter what, you're seeing the balloons, which is, come on, everybody wants to see those balloons. They're massive. And another great part is they actually put out a private pen for our guests. So you're in a pen. There's security, so nobody else can come in, so you're not crowded against everybody. So you can go outside, and there's a great, it's like I said, Del Frisco's, if you look out on the map, it's set back just a little bit. There's nothing in front of it. There's no buildings. It's just set back a little. And you could actually see coming down like the corner, that would be a great view of the bands coming and the things that aren't up as high. And then of course, if you want it, you can always just go right out to where the general public is and try to push your way through or to get right up front. But that's really, but that's kind of what we're trying to avoid with a private event where you're inside in the warmth, right? So you've got this amazing brunch, hot and cold food items. You've got indoor bathroom facilities, which come on, everybody wants that because those people are standing out there for like 4 hours to get their spot. You've got entertainment. We get Broadway performers to come and entertain because it takes about an hour from when it opens at 8 and the parade doesn't start till 9, and we're up, I don't know, not quite halfway down the parade route, but it'll take a while for the parade to get there. So you're not going to be bored. Total family event. Broadway performers, there's a DJ, and then for the kids, they have face painting, and they were doing caricatures last year, and the balloon artists. So it's such a family-friendly, fun event. And you're inside in the climate control. You never know what the weather is going to be like in New York City on I was going to say St. Patrick's Day. I'm getting geared up for that on Thanksgiving. And believe me, I've been there when it's been bitter cold, and I've been there when it's been mild, and I've been there when it's been rainy. So being inside is always a plus. Another great thing about this special event, oops, I think I went too far. Hang on. Okay. Is that we can add on packages to it. So you can do just a Thanksgiving parade day viewing party, or you can add on a 4-night hotel package. Our 2 hotels this year we're offering are the Marriott Marquis and the Lotte New York Palace, both of which are fabulous properties, both within 10 minutes walking distance. So that, and the Lotte is new for this year. We only had the Marriott Marquis last year, and the Marriott Marquis sold out really early. So we're excited that we have another hotel to offer our clients, your clients. And the other thing is, if they wanted a complete Thanksgiving themed vacation, if your clients are like, well, we're going to be there, we want to do everything holiday related while we're there, we have one of those too. It's a package that starts with your round trip airport transfers. You have the service of a private tour guide for 3 days. You're getting, of course, the Thanksgiving parade viewing party / brunch. We have a balloon inflation tour, you guys, that takes you up to Central Park the day before Thanksgiving, where they're actually blowing up the balloons. And if you've never experienced that, it is one of the coolest things. I've done it twice, and it just amazes me just seeing those balloons getting blown up. Plus, you get to talk to the people that are doing it, and you hear a lot of cool stories. That package also includes tickets to a Broadway show, and of course, can't go to the city around the holidays without the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. So you get tickets for that as well. It's a really great 3-day tour package that gives you a great holiday experience in the city. Okay, and that's it. I could talk on and on about this, as you can tell, but let's move on. Some day trips from New York City that we offer, and this is where I was touching on our outer destinations. We can do the helicopter up to New York or up to Niagara Falls to do a day trip up there, the Hudson Valley tour in the fall. We have a wine tasting experience on Long Island that I'm dying to try. And then even like a Hamptons, going up to the Hamptons for the day, and you can walk around, you can dine, you can go through galleries, you can shop, whatever you'd like to do. So there's some really great opportunities from there. So moving on, Washington, D.C., same thing. We have our classic tours, we have our innovative tours, and we have our day trips. Some classic examples would be the Washington, D.C. Circle of Power, which is, it's great because it basically will take your clients to the different 3 different branches of government. So your legislative, your executive, your judicial. Great way to get acclimated with that part of DC. And I have to say, my husband and I did DC 3 years ago before I started with Beyond Times Square, and we literally we walked for like 9 miles, I think my watch said, but we didn't know the way to do it. So when you're going with if you did our full day private DC highlights private tour, like you're going, like you're not zigzagging like we did. You're not backtracking. These guys are professionals, and they will just take you at a much steadier and probably more comfortable pace than we had to go at that particular point. Food tasting tours are big on our DC product too. And believe me, between Georgetown and then U Street, we have some pretty fabulous fare. I mean, I don't know, I never knew DC as a destination for foodies or culinary tours, but it is huge. It really is when you start looking into it. Innovative tours, two of my favorites. We're coming upon Cherry Blossom Festival. So it's, if you're going to be doing any bookings for that, we're getting close because it's going to be coming up the last 2 weeks of March. Now they're saying it's going to be maybe a little earlier and then into April, but the whole festival goes on for 4 weeks from the last 2 weeks of March, first 2 weeks of April. But pedicab tour, great way to see the cherry blossoms. You hop in the pedicab with your family. It's even dog friendly, and you just get taken around to see, so you're not having to walk through the National Mall and the Tidal Basin area. You're enjoying it from the comfort of somebody else carting you around, and you're not stuck in a bus looking out windows, and you're getting up close because you're in a pedicab. The other one is, we just started this, we're excited about it, we all want to try it, the DC Segway tour, which would be another really cool way to see the cherry blossoms by Segway, because again, you don't have to walk. But we also have biking tours, and we have a cool sport boat adventure that is another really unique perspective to see the cherry blossoms from the water. So lots of great innovative tours in DC as well. And then we have our day trips. We have our, you can go across the river to Arlington National Cemetery for the private tour. The George Washington's Mount Vernon, which is a little farther out, but that's a day tour that you could take up there and get your private tour with your guide. And then we even go to Gettysburg, which is part of Pennsylvania, which I never realized was so close to DC, but it's only, I think it's maybe an hour to 90-minute round trip. But Gettysburg, I used to go there when I was younger because I'm actually in Pennsylvania, and just the history there and the ambiance, like when you're walking through the battlefields, like, and I had one of those mothers that believed in ghosts and spirits. So as we were walking around, she's like, oh, I can feel the spirits, like the old soldiers here. I'm like, it's really exciting. It's a great, and I must say, she kind of got me to believe too, not gonna lie. So moving on. So these are our lesser destinations. You'll notice if you're on our website, we don't promote these as much, but we still have fabulous offerings. And it's just that people are, it's not on as many people's radars, I think, from other parts of the country. Like here, like Boston is huge for us to go to because it's only 4-hour drive, and DC's 4.5, Manhattan's 2 hours, and Philly's 2 hours. So when you're close, when you're on the East Coast, like, I think that's more when people think, oh, I'm going to do a Boston tour, but there is so much to see in Boston, you guys, too. Like, same thing. We have our classics. So first timers, they want to do that Freedom Trail that pretty much will take you through the whole entire city. Beautiful walking tour. You can also do it via trolley. Our innovative tours there, cool historic Boston pub crawl. That's a fun one where you're going to all these original taverns and learning some of the history about them. And then another, didn't realize, but there's like a little Italy in Boston where you can do an Italian food tasting walking tour. So that's a pretty cool one as well. And of course, day trips from there. We can go to Salem, which, that's all where the witch trials were back in the day. That's a real fun town. I actually just visited that around Halloween 2 years ago with my girlfriends. It's really, really interesting. Got to do ghost tours there too. They have great ghost tours. And then even Plymouth, where Mayflower, the Pilgrims, that whole thing. Day tours from there are not far either. So there's lots of options if you're going there for more than a day to do day trips, in areas that are within an hour or so driving, and you don't have to do the driving, and someone's gonna point out stuff along the way as well. So moving on to Philadelphia, classic tours there. Two of my favorites would probably be the private guided tour of Eastern State Penitentiary. That's not for the faint of the heart. It is haunted. I have a niece who's, she's like 33 now, I guess, but she loves to go there every Halloween when they do the Halloween tours and get scared out of her wits, because that's what it is. Like, they actually play it up for Halloween, of course. And I'm like, I don't know why you do this to yourself every year, because she's always comes out and goes, I'm never doing it again. And I'm like, you will though, because you love Halloween and you like to be scared. I would prefer to go just on the regular tour. I don't need people jumping out at me, but lots of great tales from that. And then it's really interesting. There's this place called Magic Gardens, which is all created by mosaic art. So it's all little tiny tiles of artwork that you walk through that I never knew existed. And I've been to Philly. I mean, like I said, I'm 2 hours outside of Philly. I go there a lot. They do that, and then they do all the murals. So it's like one of those cool where you hear the background of not only the Magic Gardens and how he came to put all those mosaics together and it became an actual museum of types, but also the murals, which are all, I mean, we have the mural tours, obviously, in New York, of course, because there's so much going on there as well with those. And then day trips from Philadelphia. Can't be in Philadelphia and not go to the Amish country. This was something that was big when I was growing up here in northeastern Pennsylvania. My parents would take me down to Lancaster, and we'd go around and see the horse and buggies, and we just thought it was so great, and talk to them and find out about their lifestyle. And that's just that would be one that I would definitely pick. And then Valley Forge, of course, that's just filled with all that history, so that's a pretty cool one as well. Oh my goodness, I'm at the end. I can't believe it. I did that pretty good, even for the way I like to talk about stuff. So this is my illustrious leadership team, and my leadership team is my general manager Joel, who's been in the industry for I don't know, like 60 years. He's amazing. And our director of inside sales, Danielle, and then our product development manager and our marketing manager. And they are all fabulous. And you can always reach out to them. Like, our team is very accessible. Like, nobody's off limits in our team. We're all here to help in any way, shape we can. And that being said, I know I went through it quick. Like I said, I didn't want to overwhelm you, but what we're going to do after this is you're all going to get a copy, obviously, of this presentation deck. And then we have e-brochures, and our e-brochures will give you a complete overview of what we have in every destination. And the best part about these is you get white labeled ones that you can share with your clients. So you can brand them. Yeah, you can brand them with, I know, yeah, that's like, I mean, that's so important. Like, you don't want our name out there. You want your name out there. We get it. So you're getting the white labeled ones. But that being said, like, any questions or inquiries or anything that you know that I missed or you didn't understand that you don't think of right now to ask me, feel free to reach out. The number's on here, our sales emails on here. We have a website portal for advisors.
Can we take a peek at that, Carol?
What?
Can we take a peek at the agent portal, or show them how to get access to the portal?
I absolutely could. It's actually btsq.com
okay.
/passion. So I can also, if I could figure out how to get out of this, escape. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Don't mind my screensaver. That's where I eventually want to work, in Florida, in my beach house with my.
I see the PowerPoint, so you're safe with us.
Okay, good. You didn't see it. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to our website.
And so, Carol, are there any additional amenity benefits because we are partnered with Ensemble as well?
That I would have to double check on.
Okay.
I don't have an answer for that, but I can absolutely get back to you on that. As soon as I find out. Oh, I know what I did. Hang on. Are you still seeing my PowerPoint? I hope you're not seeing me.
I still see the PowerPoint.
You're not just seeing me fumbling around trying to find my website?
Nope. Whenever the website is ready, you have to probably click share screen and click on that side.
Okay, so I probably can
use the PowerPoint.
New share. There we go. Where's new share? There it is. Set it. Share. Yay. That's our. Can you see my?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so up here, and this is subject to change because we're also going to be revamping our website this year, which I'm so happy about. But this is it. It's your travel advisor info hub. And it is btsq.com/passion, just so you know. And to get into it, you would just have to sign up. And then, like I said, if we'll get the information, we'll put you in the database via your IATA number. But if you already have an IATA number, then we would have your information. You can just reach out to sales to get that for you.
Okay.
So, but like I said, I am excited because we are the product line. We're going to be revamping our product line and doing some more interesting like multi-day packages. But just so you guys know, everything is customizable. And my girls, my travel destination experts, they love they love customizing. Like we'll give them a package and they'll take the key components, and then once they're talking to the advisors about what their clients want, they're like, oh, well, let's put this in and take that out. Like they're so good at it. They really are. They're fabulous at it. I cannot speak highly enough of them. But yeah, but that's pretty much the end of my presentation. So did we get?
I love it. Miss Carol, I do have a question. So it's March 2023. Are they sold out for New Year's Eve for New York?
So New Year's Eve, meaning our New Year's Eve event, or New Year's Eve?
No, the Beyond Times Square New Year's event.
Okay. So as of right now, we have not re-signed a contract with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have not. So we have not sold anything. We're still kind of up in the air about what we're going to do, if we're going to use the same venue, which we do, because it was so amazing. It was such an amazing venue. But we have not released any information on it yet because we're just in that whole contract process. I know Thanksgiving is full on. I mean, we've been getting bookings left and right, so it is still open as of today. But like I said, every year it seems to fill up quicker.
Okay. Is the New Year's Eve event, is that kid friendly, and are all of these tours, can they kind of sort of tweak it to be kid friendly, or if they're someone's niche is the older population, can all of it be customized to
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, there's some tours that you're not going to want to take the kids on. Like for instance, the pub crawl in Boston, right? But that's rare, or like the wine tasting in Long Island, but it's rare. Most of them are family friendly. I can honestly say the majority of them are, or can be. We have this really great scavenger hunt that we do. We actually have two. We do one at the American Museum of Natural History, and one at Grand Central Terminal, which is a really cool family thing, a family event. So it's a scavenger hunt, and you get your paper and you go around. So the kids are learning, they're getting the history lesson, and they're getting some little known facts about Grand Central Terminal. So yeah, absolutely. And they will try to customize for any particular situation that you may have.
Okay, perfect. Can you tell us, how does it work for groups? If we're trying to book a group, what's the group minimum on you guys' side?
So minimum, I believe, is 20.
Okay.
Because in my notes that they sent me when I was creating the presentation, they said we can do groups for anywhere from 20 to 2,000. Like that was the number they threw out. I will double check though, because for some reason I'm thinking, so, because a lot of things are 10, a lot of places it's 10 to do a group. So I thought 20 was kind of, actually, let me write that down and find out.
And then for groups, how does it work? Can we pay our clients deposit and then make monthly payments, or is it a contracted rate? We have to put money up front. How does it work with Beyond Times Square when it comes to groups?
So groups is a whole different animal. Yes. And I don't want to give you the wrong information. Let me find out.
Okay.
I'm gonna, now that I have all these questions from my very first training, now, thank you, because now you guys are helping me to hone my presentation. I love it. All right. Yeah, I will find out for you about that.
All right. Let me see if anybody has any questions. Okay. So.
And I did not answer about the New Year's Eve being child friendly. It was not last year. At the end, we ended up letting a few in. It's just not, I don't know. I mean, I actually had the opportunity to attend it, and it's very formal, like gowns and, at that venue. I mean, and if we change venues this year, that could all change, but it was more 21 over for that last year. But Thanksgiving, totally family friendly, like the way to go for families.
I love it. Well, okay, Miss Carol, I don't have any questions. Listen, this is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get in contact with groups. I do women and children's groups, so I can't wait to get in contact with them to
I
see
know.
what we can put together. And, my agents, they all, specialize in different areas, and a lot of them do groups. So yeah, we're really,
Right.
really interested in the groups part, and, deposits, how do we secure the whole booking? So yes, maybe on our next one, our next webinar, we could talk about that.
Yeah, and maybe, so I have a group, a dedicated group agent. Her name is Josephine, and she is beyond amazing.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to reach out to her to get some of your questions answered, but maybe we could bring her on like as a guest speaker or something.
Yes.
Right?
That'd be amazing. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. I love
you
it.
guys do a lot of groups. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And she could do, it doesn't have to be luxury groups, like most of our travel
Okay.
is free travel. But she could do cost-effective groups as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, Ms. Carol, I do not have any more questions. Like, this
Okay.
is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to start jumping in and, showing our agents how it works.
I'm so excited that you invited us to present because
Thank you so much
we're
for
really
accepting.
excited about our products. Yeah, as you can tell.
And
Thank
we
you,
are
Tyra.
too.
Thank you for everybody that joined as well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Carol.